CNN, Hurricane Ida slammed Louisiana with devastating force as a Category 4 hurricane Sunday, leaving at least one person dead and more than 1 million customers without power as it flooded homes, ripped off roofs and trapped residents in dangerous rising waters. Resources to help those affected by the storm have been impacted as well, with hospital staff hunkered down on air mattresses in their workplaces. And New Orleans 911 experiencing technical difficulties amid power outages, the Emergency Communications Center for the City of New Orleans said Monday morning in a tweet. In Jean Lafitte, south of New Orleans, levees were overtopped and residents were on their roofs, waiting for rescue boats to arrive, Mayor Tim Kerner Jr. said. "We're going to make sure we get as many boats as possible to assist with rescues," he said, adding that boats were ready to move in as soon as the weather broke. "It really breaks your heart when you know those people and you can't get to those people." In nearby northwestern Plaquemines Parish, flash flooding was reported early Monday morning after a levee failed near Highway 23, according to the National Weather Service in New Orleans. Based on the number of calls, texts and emails coming from the area, Louisiana Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser earlier told CNN he believes there were probably several dozen people who didn't leave the parish and were waiting out the storm. After making landfall Sunday on the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, Ida has slowed to a near crawl over southeastern Louisiana, causing flash flood emergencies as it dumps inches of rain. It's the state's strongest storm ever, tied with Hurricane Laura from last year and the last island hurricane of 1856. As of Monday morning, more than 1 million customers in Louisiana were without power, according to poweroutage.us. Among them is all of Orleans Parish, which was hit with catastrophic transmission damage, the city office says in a tweet Sunday night. As Ida continues to bear down on the coast, Entergy Louisiana said Sunday some of its customers could be without power for weeks. And the storm surge of up to 15 feet and winds as strong as 150 miles per hour could leave parts of southeast Louisiana uninhabitable for weeks or months, according to a local hurricane statement from the National Weather Service in New Orleans. People stand in line at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport on Saturday, August 28. Many residents were evacuating the area ahead of Hurricane Ida. While the scope of the damage won't be clear until day breaks and teams can assess the chaos, initial reports indicate the situation for many residents who stayed behind is dire. Jefferson Parish has received calls from people asking for help as water rose to their chest in their homes, Parish President Cynthia Lee Sheng told CNN Sunday night. But with high winds, flooding and reports of hazards, including downed power lines and uprooted trees, Sheng said the dangerous conditions have prevented emergency crews from helping. And Ida has plenty of strength left. The Category 1 hurricane is turning northward over southeastern Louisiana, with sustained winds of 75 miles per hour. The storm is weakening very slowly and will likely continue to pelt the southeastern coast and lower Mississippi Valley with heavy rainfall throughout the early morning hours, according to CNN meteorologist Michael Guy. The region could get 10 to 24 inches of rainfall, which may bring life-threatening flash and urban flooding. How to help victims? Tornadoes will continue to be a threat for the Gulf Coast through Monday, with the threat expanding into central and northern Mississippi and Alabama. The storm is expected to turn northeast Monday and head to the Middle Tennessee Valley and Upper Ohio Valley through Wednesday. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency advised residents across the state Sunday to prepare for Ida, warning that heavy rain and flooding are possible in areas still recovering from a flood emergency last weekend. Until then, Louisiana will bear the brunt of the rain, flooding and wind. "I haven't seen relentless wind like this in my lifetime," St. Bernard Parish President Guy McGuinness told CNN. Hospitals damaged and roadways closed. 2 of the 3 hospitals in Lafourche Parish sustained damage in Sunday's epic storm, Lafourche Parish Sheriff Craig Weber told CNN. A portion of the roof of the Lady of the Sea General Hospital in Galliano was ripped off as Ida came ashore, Weber told CNN's Pamela Brown. The county was also forced to relocate its emergency operations center to a different building after the first building's roof began to leak Sunday, Weber told CNN. Hospitals dealing with storm damage and attending to victims of the hurricane were largely already stretched by the COVID-19 pandemic. "Before going into this storm, our hospital was already almost at capacity," Oxner Health Systems Dr. Derek Smith told CNN. "We know the coming hours are going to be even more of a test. The hospital, which is near New Orleans, is running on generators, and staff there have been locked in, sleeping on air mattresses and working around the clock to care for patients," Smith said. Hattiesburg, Mississippi, hadn't yet felt the worst of Ida when Mayor Toby Barker spoke to CNN Sunday night, but officials there were bracing for damage from the storm and stress on their hospitals. "We know that both our hospitals are at capacity because of COVID, and we really need everyone tonight just to make good decisions," Barker said. The storm has also impacted access for rescuers to get in and residents to get out. The Kerner Swing Bridge in Jefferson Parish was hit by a barge Sunday as Ida beat down on Louisiana, according to the parish government, prompting officials to warn residents it may not be safe to drive across.